Good evening, my friends. How are you? May God keep you all well and happy. Today, I want to share with you a very important topic. This is a question I get from a lot of women. The question is, how does a man feel during intercourse? I mean, what is the feeling that a man goes through during penetration or the moment of intercourse? In this video, we will answer this point in a clear and simple way so that every woman has a clearer idea about what is happening in this regard. I also noticed that there are a lot of people who watch the videos and do not subscribe to the channel or even like or comment. Believe me, the biggest support you can offer me is for you to subscribe, like, or a simple comment, and also share the video. This is why I really feel that my fatigue and effort are arriving and bringing results. Okay, now, what exactly does a man feel during intercourse? For example, he might feel warmth or heat in the penis during intercourse. So, is the vaginal canal really warm in women, or is it sometimes a little cooler? And also, women, how does she feel when the penis is warm or hot during insertion? Okay, what does she feel when the pen enters the vaginal opening? You feel penetration. You feel that something has actually entered inside you. Also, does the man feel that the canal is wet or moist from the inside? Well, if there is no sufficient anticipation in the vagina, how will the man feel then? And how will the woman feel as well? Today we will try to answer all these questions calmly and in a simple way so that the picture is clearer for both parties. Warning guys, this video is only for married couples. If you and I are not married yet, please turn off the video. First of all, you need to understand what is meant by madaba and what is meant by mazalat. I previously made a full video about foreplay and another video about intimate lubricants and their types. Whether silicone-based, water-based, or oil-based, you must go and watch these videos so that you get the picture. Now, let's move on to the second point. To contribute to a man's feelings during penetration or intercourse, we must first know that sexual arousal is accompanied by physical changes, or as they say, physiological changes. What does that mean? For example, the blood flows quickly towards the penis, which makes him feel warm in this area. Also, his heartbeat increases and breathing becomes a little faster. Sometimes he feels tension in the large muscles, such as the thighs, buttocks, or hips. This is what we might call a cramp. As for women, during arousal, contractions also occur in the vaginal canal. Sexual arousal in general has stages. The first stage is arousal. After that comes what they call the threshold or plateau stage. Then comes the third stage, which is the tremor, sexual tremor, or orgasm. The fourth stage is relaxation and calm. At that time, the body returns to its normal state and remains in a state of comfort. In short, the whole experience is a series of physical and emotional changes that both parties go through in successive stages. When a person is exposed to sexual arousal, especially at the moment of intercourse, his body goes through a series of changes called a cycle. The sexual response cycle has 4 main stages. The first stage is arousal. Men naturally reach arousal faster than women. He might be engaged in something and a beautiful woman walks past him, walking down his body. He responds and becomes aroused. In this stage, blood begins to flow quickly towards the penis. The large muscles, such as those of the thighs and buttocks, tense up a bit, and sometimes the nipples in men harden and become tender, and the skin itself might become slightly red. Breathing becomes faster, the heartbeat accelerates. And of course, an erection occurs. If the man or husband sufficiently caresses the woman before intercourse at the time of ejaculation, he will find that the vaginal canal is well lubricated. At that point, he feels that the area is moist and ready because the vaginal walls expand and swell as a result of arousal. Also, the glands around the canal begin to secrete fluids that moisturize the area more, and this makes the sensation clearer and more comfortable for both parties. Now we come to the second stage, which is called the plateau stage, or the threshold is the stage that occurs immediately after arousal, meaning the body begins to enter a higher level of changes in order to then reach the third stage, which is the peak or orgasm. In this stage, the vagina continues to swell, blood flow to this area increases, and the walls inside may turn a darker or deep purple color. The seed is also very sensitive to any touch or friction. As for men, the penis is at its strongest. At the same time, the breathing rate increases, the heartbeat becomes faster, and muscle contractions or spasms begin to occur, whether in women in the lower abdomen and pelvic area or in men in the pelvic floor muscles. Sometimes these contractions extend to the thigh muscles or buttocks. Now we come to the third stage, which they call the climax or peak stage. This is the peak of the sexual response cycle. This moment we can call it the tremor, sexual tremor, or orgasm. This is the most powerful and intense stage of the entire cycle, but it is very short. In women, it can reach 12 or 13 seconds at most, while in men, it usually does not exceed 6 or 7 seconds. In this stage, involuntary muscle contractions occur. In women, the vaginal canal contracts regularly, and the uterus and pelvic floor also participate in these contractions. As for men, contractions occur in the muscles at the base of the penis, or what we call the pelvic floor muscles, and this is what leads to, at the end of the ejaculation process. At this moment, a clear fluid may be ejaculated from the urethra. This is normal for some women, while other women experience an orgasm without ejaculating any fluid. As for men, the vast majority, about 99%, experience orgasm during climax, but a very small percentage, about 1%, have a problem with ejaculation or are unable to reach it. This is an important topic that we will talk about in detail in a second video. Now, let's reach the fourth stage of the sexual cycle, which is called the dormancy or relaxation stage. In this stage, the body gradually returns to its normal state before arousal, meaning it is in a state of relaxation and both partners may feel a little tired or sluggish, and sometimes they may have a desire to rest or sleep. During penetration, the man feels warmth inside the vaginal canal. If he had good foreplay before intercourse, he would find that the canal is well moisturized and viscous. This can be done naturally or by using intimate lubricants. This feeling makes him feel warm and comfortable because the temperature inside the canal is higher than the surface of the skin outside, since it is inside the body. As for women, they feel the heat of the penis during intercourse and also feel the secretions coming out of it. If the foreplay lasts a little before the relationship, the feeling is clearer for her, or the wetness that occurs naturally as a result of arousal. We must also clarify that before the semen comes out, the man releases something called maphe. This is a transparent secretion that comes out of the penis before the palm and helps moisturize it and prepare for the penetration process. We can say that it is similar to the secretions that come out of women during arousal to facilitate the process. By the way, I made a very important video about the subject of orgasm, in which I explained how this stage is considered like the black box in the plane, full of secrets, and there are still many things that are not understood about it. You must watch this video because it will answer many of your questions. Okay, let's get back to the feeling of the man himself during penetration. What does he feel? He feels pressure and a feeling of fullness in the penis. He also feels warmth from inside the canal. If the vagina has secretions or natural lubrication, the feeling is clearer, as if it is wet or viscous. From a psychological standpoint, the man at this moment feels an increase in his self-confidence, because we said before that the intimate relationship is an essential part of a man's masculinity. A man who has problems in this matter naturally has a shaken self-confidence. When he is successful in the relationship and enjoys his self-confidence rises greatly. With sexual arousal, blood flows more to the penis, making it harder and fuller. It also increases in length and width, so he personally feels pressure and fullness. And sometimes he may feel a feeling of lightness, because the sensitivity of the penis is at its highest levels. On the psychological side, the man lives a moment of peak pleasure, delight, and happiness, and comes out of it feeling that he is more virile and stronger, and this increases his confidence in the same thing and more. This topic is a natural part of a man's desire because his sexual desire is strong, and this is due to the high male hormone, especially in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. After that, the hormone may decrease a little with age, but when he is in the prime of his youth, his desire is stronger every time. A man lives this experience in a healthy and successful way. He feels that he is a man in the full sense of the word, and that he is sexually capable of pleasuring himself and also pleasing his wife or partner. This ultimately makes him feel that he is the master of the situation and the master of men, as we say. I hope you liked the video and benefited from it. If you really liked it, do not be stingy with me by liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, activate the bell button to receive all the new things. Write to me in the comments what you would like me to talk about in the upcoming videos. Bye, my friends. I love you all.